hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, hot all over the place, family and judgment. Okay, which suits our reading, actually. So I'm going to look at Ashley Biden. She had a diary stolen, and basically she confessed that, as a teenager, she'd been showering with her father. Now, some of the main points is that she was sexually promiscuous with other boys, maybe had an encounter with a female cousin. And what else? There's loads, so we'll go through it. But, this Biden thing. So 2 people went to jail over apparently, allegedly, stealing this book, okay? What it amounts to is that the person sharing the room in a drug centre it was under the bed. She left it. So the girl took it, okay? The girl took it and she wouldn't have known to go to a journalist, straight away. So she's probably taken it to the family and they thought, ooh, I mean, nothing is ever mentioned about that. And I do believe, like, the journalist involved was dealt with pretty harshly. Okay, so we're not going to go into whether it was stolen and you can produce it, whether it's a criminal thing. We're going to look at Biden. So, any Biden fans, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, because you're not going to like this, all right? You're not going to like it at all. So, we're going to look at, first of all, let's take a look at Ashley. How is Ashley feeling now about the book? So, she's a grown adult, okay? So, how is she feeling now about her diary? You know what happens, don't you? When you bring out something like this, and obviously with him being upcoming president, or whether he was just announced as president, or he's in his early term as president, people are whitewashing her, whitewashing her memory, saying, well, no, it wasn't like that. It was like this, which is what I would say abusers do, they make it feel like it was innocent, that you used to enjoy it. Enjoying getting a shower with your old man? I don't think so, and I mean old papa. She's trying to move on from it as well, like, she's not totally dismissing it. She's done interviews on this, saying that it was her diary. I mean, why would somebody be prosecuted and, tortured if it wasn't her diary, if it was indeed just a pack of lies? But it was proven, and she admitted it herself. So it's like, since then, there's been a lot of changes. She maybe feels like she's grown up into a woman now. Her dad's the president and all that. Notice, she doesn't regret it, she doesn't regret writing her diary. I mean, it's a very, very personal thing. And when you're children, you do write a lot in a diary. I've got about 5 diaries. I hadn't looked at them in years, but when I did look at them, I was thinking, oh my God, and seeing things and how they are now, because I didn't understand what was happening to me at the time. And then being able to look back, there was some absolute keywords there. Same for her, that a light goes on. How did Ashley feel when she was showering with, her father? Well, the soap was there, the sponge was there, it was like everything she needed, okay? So it was kind of, I don't know whether it was an opportunity to be closer to her dad, you know. Something has gone on. And it's all about seeing it from a child's perspective, because they're bloody innocent and they don't know, you know, all the corruption and the badness of the world. I kind of feel as well, she did put everything on the table about it, okay? She did put everything on the table about it. There's some other facts as well, like feeling turned on when really she shouldn't be, you know. It was inappropriate, but we'll get to that in a bit. So how did she feel? She felt like of all the things that could have picked out that diary, that was one of them, you know. That was the big one, the big wow, and made headlines, you know, all over the place. I just don't know whether she was standing between his legs. I don't, you know, I'm not insinuating anything sexual in this. What I'm thinking is, you know, I don't know whether he was maybe covered up in some way. She felt it was natural, you know. She had nothing else to compare it to. And I don't think it's something you would speak about to your friends neither. And yeah, there would be an element of feeling uncomfortable, but for her, kind of felt normal. And that only a small portion of the picture, only a small portion of the picture is like being focused on. There's kind of a scent here as well that, you know, she can smell. It could be soap, it could be bubble bath, it could be, you know, shampoo, you know, or it could be Baden himself, you know, because he's getting a shower. So there will be a scent of such, whether it be, you know, deodorant or, you know, that's expired, or soap that is used in the morning that's still on his skin, maybe, you know, things like that, so that we are picking up a scent. You see, she didn't say weird. She said inappropriate, you know, meaning that at that age, maybe she's too old to be having a shower with her dad. Now, I can understand, you know, parents that have showers and the kids in the bath, you know, but they're only like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, you know, 6. She was favouritised as well. Does Ashley feel like, you know, Biden paid more attention to her than the others? Well, Hunter would always be, you know, the main guy, like a favourite maybe. We'll look at him in a bit. She said something's wrong, you know, something's wrong. Something was wrong. So did she feel that it was inappropriate? I think she sensed something was off, that, you know, it's not the right way to go about things. But who the hell was she, you know? Who the hell was she when, you know, she didn't take one shower with him. It was regular showers. And this isn't as a toddler or, you know, this is indeed a teenager. Can you tell me, universe, about this, you know, the young girl's feelings at the time, you know, what was driving her to be hypersexual, to find things, you know, that really shouldn't to be a turn on, whether that be, you know, having a shower with her dad, but it could also be other things as well, you know. She's feeling sexualized and she's not bothered really who it is. She's just like, she's responding to her feelings. Okay, so, you know, what I want to know is, did she have any mental health issues that we didn't, you know, that no one considered at the time? No, let's ask it differently. So, you know, was there this hypersexual behaviour down to something like bipolar? Oh my God. I kind of do feel like there was something going on, okay, medically and chemically with her brain. Quite often, you know, people with bipolar, and this is not, you know, everybody else, but, you know, they can be hypersexualized. They can feel attracted to things that they would, you know, that normal people wouldn't really. I mean, we are getting a bit of a dark side here. I do believe we're not hearing, well, we've not seen this story in its full entirety. But this is feelings, you know, feelings. So maybe her family have often suspected that she was bipolar. There's different types of bipolar. I think it's cyclorhythmia, and then you've got bipolar 1 and 2. All three are equally destructive. And of course she wouldn't understand, would she? She would not understand what's up with her. So she would internalise it, call herself weird, you know, dirty, slag herself off inside all the time, but yet still go out and have sex with people, you know. This isn't about having an orgasm at all. This is to do with mentally feeling aroused as well. You don't have to fancy the boy, but it could be the situation, you know, that you exaggerate to yourself, like force. So, you know, force. Was Ashley ever diagnosed with such a condition? Absolutely, you know, and her friends know as well. So hopefully, you know, she's got a like medication of sorts. Tell you what, it takes years, doesn't it? It takes years to find the right balance. My family is a hub of people with bipolar. I recognise their symptoms, should I say, their experiences as well. I mean, obviously, I've watched them all, you know. And I just feel like this behaviour can be part of it as well. So, you know, is she on medication? I'd say she's probably on 3 different types. She'll be on a mood stabiliser. She'll be on like an antidepressant. And, you know, because it's hell, really. It is hell. I remember seeing a kid at school and he never went to school after, you know, I only saw him a couple of times. And then I knew where he lived, but no one knew, you know, what was wrong with him, and the school seemed to be aware. And then I was told that he was actually suffering manic depression. So we just thought that he was too afraid to come to school for whatever reason. You know, that's what we know, that we hardly ever saw him. And we know that, you know, if we did see him, it didn't look happy, you know, and everybody wanted to be his friend, you know. Everybody wanted to be his friend and he was welcomed. but obviously there was something inside him as well. And manic depression was a word used in the 70s, early 80s, when bipolar, you know, didn't come along until after. Just everybody had manic depression. My mum had manic depression. My mum's cousin had manic depression. And again, traits can come down as well, because, you know, I can tell when my brother is on one, because he's got all that energy and he gets obsessed with something and it has to be done and it has to be right, and then like a week later he'll be just flat out and depressed and very low and no energy, you know. So it's a difficult cycle to tread. So her friends you know, probably put it to her as well, but she's got 3 types of medication. Has Ashley, you know, has Ashley ever, how does Jill Biden feel about Ashley's manic depression? That she's getting a lot better, you know. This phase is over. That she's pretty strong now and recovering well. You don't recover well at all. What you do is you take your tablets and wait months to feel better, you know, just so that you can keep your eyes open for more than half an hour. And the obsessive thoughts and the spending and the sex and everything. So, you know, the tablets may stabilise you, but at the end of the day, you've got to come to terms with your experience, you know, leading up to that, as, you know, having sex with people that you really don't care about, or doing things that, you know, you don't feel is appropriate, and feeling horny about things you really shouldn't. And I'm not going to go there about feeling horny about stuff she shouldn't, but, you know, that it is dark. It can be dark at times. So, you know, she's recovering and she's got the strength, and hopefully, you know, she's managed to understand her behaviour from the past, which would make her, you know, superhuman, basically, you know, above you and me, having more understanding of, you know, why her actions where these are excuses. What they are is the symptoms of what was driving you at the time. And I tell you, another thing they do when when they're kind of manic or rising, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. That's it. So you create, you destroy. You create, you destroy. I just feel right now, you know, she's feeling so much stable. Does Ashley now understand, you know, her experiences? And by the way, you know, bipolar is not always genetic. It's brought on by traumatic events. And, you know, it wouldn't be unusual for me to hear that there has been, you know, the abuse in early childhood. Who did Biden ever do anything inappropriate with his daughter? Absolutely, you know, and right from being born, you know, this doesn't have to be like an abuse of such, okay? He showed her that he loved her, you know, he did certain things because he loved her. She's beautiful. This is sick. Lots of times, you know, especially when he needed reassuring. You know, at this point, I'm not saying that they've engaged in full activity at all. But I think, you know, she's going back to, she said when she's young, you know, she's very, very young enough to sort of like not be able to remember all the details, but just some details with flashbacks as well. How does Ashley feel about her father? Carry on like nothing ever happened, you know? So, you know, it's just going forward, really. And I think a few years have passed regarding this. So she seems to just, you know, want to move on. It's kind of like a creepy love. I had to go stay with a friend for a week because my mum was in hospital, so there was no one to look after me. So I went there. And I won't say his name just in case anybody ever, you know, fans me. But, you know, he used to get me to sit on his knee. He was always paying attention, stroking my hair, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I couldn't get out the lounge, you know, fast enough. And then he wanted to take me on bike rides. Not anybody else, not any of his other children, just me. And the whole thing just made me feel very, very dirty, you know, just dirty. I can't explain what it was, but it just came off to me as a bit of a pea, not a doll, but, you know, a pea vet. But yeah, so I kind of see there. Okay then, so, you know, has Biden, you know, ever fantasised over, sexually fantasised over minors? Well, he has to hold back, so he has got some element of control. And then what he does is, you know, he kind of makes up for that tawdry behaviour. I mean, it is inappropriate to me, you know. It might not be to you, but the way I sense it and feel it, it's completely inappropriate. So what he does is, he holds back, but then he tortures himself about it, you know, in his own mind. Because these thoughts, his daily thoughts, you know, just thoughts that not like fantasy or anything. It's about an attraction. Has Biden ever wanted to have, you know, intimate relations with minors? You know, I get a bit of a shock here, you know, a shock to the system. So has he ever wanted to? Yeah, definitely. But I think this book thing really shook him up as a warning, okay? But it won't be a surprise to me if later on, you know, we have some kind of stories that shock you, you know? And it doesn't have to be full on intimacy neither, you know. It can be that sometimes he shocks himself after, or he shocks others and then doesn't really see his part in it. Has he? Is that what we asked? Has he? Has he? Has he? I think people could come forward. What does Hunter Biden know about his father's preferences. See, it's in the home as well. It's been going on in the home. So I think Hunter has, you know, had conversations with his sister. I think he's witnessed things as well. There's been a lot of rows and maybe even accusations on Hunter's part, okay? Because I just see not coping. Does Baden have any fixation with males? There's kind of traps here. Traps. Does he have anything with males? I think it would be difficult, wouldn't it, to persuade a male. He's got his daughter right under control, even though things aren't right. She believes, you know, move forward. I think talks about a male would come up. Was Baden ever inappropriate with his son, Hunter? Oh, look at that. 2 cards. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I think, you know, at some point, this is why he's tried to end his life. You know, if you was having a conversation with your dad and you know, saying what's gone on and, like, how negative it is and how bad and how wrong. This is in his laptop. Oh my God, is this information in his laptop? Oh my God, we are correct. So I'm going to say Hunter Biden and Ashley are just, you know, as much victims. In fact, that's why they would have bonded over things. So, you know, we were supposed to get that laptop, weren't we? And that was supposed to focus on shady deals. However, that's not the case. You're hiding the president, okay? You're hiding the disgusting president, and it's going to come out, and it's going to come out because somebody else's help is needed here. Otherwise, you know, this information remains stuck. Now, you may think, oh, she's making it up and she's getting all carried away. Let's have a look at Hunter Biden's problems. Drugs, being inappropriate, law breaking, rule breaking, promiscuous, you know, hypersexual, damaged, secretive, but really feels protected by his father. Now, Hunter Biden has done lots of, you know, terrible things. You know, we've got the kid that he wouldn't acknowledge and still doesn't. There's a lot wrong with him. And if he'd have, you know, sometimes that's the outcome, you know, rebelling, doesn't believe authority, you know, because nobody come and saved these. Nobody came and, you know, saw him. Not saying there was actually anything, you know, physical intimacy. But there's a lot of things that you can do that are absolutely inappropriate. So this is going to come out. There wasn't hiding what Hunter and the, you know, information leaks and, you know, government property or the White House dealings and the Russians. Nobody's scared of that. They're scared of this. how does, you know, Hunter feel about his father's inappropriate behaviour towards him as well? Who could he tell? Who could he tell? Who could he talk to? Now, who could he talk to apart from, you know, on his laptop and other devices? Maybe with his sister as well. There's certain things regarding, you know, conversations here. Getting it wrong, you know. He got it wrong, did things the wrong way. I think, you know, his faith in any authority is well past now. You know what? I think even to a point of that he would no longer care, that he would just put it to the back of his mind, you know, get on with things because that's what everybody told him to do. Get on with things, you know. We don't want to hear about this. He thinks his father is a bad man, okay? He thinks his father is a bad man. He thinks his father should never have been in charge neither. You know, this is like shit as a father, shit as a president. This laptop will see the light of day, and it'll be more shocking than we could ever imagine. You know, we could ever imagine. These two have coped with things in a way brilliant, and then, you know, both of them, haven't they? They've had this kind of thing. I think, you know, this mood instability with his sister. It showed more with her. Absolutely, it showed more. He's reckless and impulsive. Again, you know, these are the problems that arise out of going through things, you know. It's it's not a one-off. It's like it became a routine. Whatever this inappropriateness, you know, even if it's making your son or daughter feel creeped out, you know, that's still bad, isn't it? You know, the feelings come from somewhere and they're acted on as well. So both of them have really been through it, and I think Hunter, you know, there's no going back. There's no going back with him. He wasn't a father, you know. He wasn't a good father either. And that's Hunter, and that's Biden as well. Okay, so I know it sounds obvious, but, you know, will Biden ever be found out about this inappropriateness? And I mean, to me, it's abuse, okay? It don't have to be full on the S word, but it is definitely abuse, and it made him feel, both of them, you know, what's gone on. Will, you know, Biden ever be exposed, you know, for the damage done to Ashley and Hunter? I think there's more than these two. I think there's 4 all together. I don't know if they're children or not. But, you know, yeah, you've got cousins, haven't you? You've got cousins. I think when the time's right, you know, and people are, you know, everybody turns on Biden, you know, then it could take some real effort here. That's what it's saying. It's real effort. So, you know, maybe it's very difficult thing to do. will Hunter's laptop, I nearly said lapdog, will Hunter Biden's laptop expose Biden's, I don't know how to call it really, you know. Will Hunter Biden's laptop ever come to light showing, you know, about Biden's true preferences? Oh, 7 of Cups reversed, okay. I think rumours will surface beforehand. I think rumours will surface, so things maybe get leaked. Yeah, that could be right, you know, leaking things. What will be the outcome then for Joe Biden? How does Jill Biden actually feel about her husband? Is she aware, you know, of his preferences? Don't like to think about it, don't want to know, you know, never asking their questions. But, you know, it's like what other people say. See, she could be the last person. Look, cup. 3 cups. Loads and all reverse, you know. Unhappy home, unhappy childhood, you know, things getting leaked, you know, messages. She could be the last to know, you know, and not understand difficult behaviour. And then, of course, if you've got a mental health issue, she could be thinking and pouring it all down to that. Does she have a gut feeling? All mothers have a gut feeling that something isn't quite right, but they don't always know what it is, you know. So I'm going to give Jill Biden a little bit of a pass on this. It's something she wouldn't want to hear, something she wouldn't want to believe. How did Joe Biden feel about Ashley getting a shower with her dad? She's just saying it, you know, people are making out that it's worse than it seems, you know, it's worse than it was. And another thing, you know, you cannot stay with a man like that. And she's first lady, you know, she's getting looked after. I mean, she's supposed to, you know, have a good brain and all that. But even people with high positions and intelligent don't always see what's going on. I think it's like, let it pass. Let it pass. She might not have been comfortable with it at their time, but that was it, you know. She's never suspected him of feeling that way towards minors. Will Biden ever be exposed? Emil will do it. Emil will do it. I'm not sure if that is Hunter, because I'm getting like a nice lad. But he can be a rumman as well. I'm going to stay away from the fact that it's Hunter. I feel it's coming out by somebody else. Somebody who knows what they're doing. Somebody who's a teacher or a fixer, you know. Somebody maybe has this, you know, laptop in his possession. Has anything inappropriate ever gone on with Hunter and Ashley? I don't believe so, okay, because here I'm seeing him as, you know, a bit of a knight in shining armour, sticking up for Ashley, especially when things was all coming out. They both talk, so they both know. They're very close. She trusts him immensely. because sometimes that can happen as well, you know. And what Ashley deems inappropriate for her to be getting turned on about may not be the same as what we would try to point out or associate with. Now, I think, you know, I think Hunter knows a lot more as well. I think there's a lot of messages here, maybe even pictures. Oh my God, did Biden take pictures inappropriately? Oh, it's there. It's there. Look at that. A big old fat old yes. And this is why, you know, maybe somebody was wanting to blackmail them. So you got the laptop and their diary that I've never really seen the light of day. Well, they will soon. You know, this is the gift that keeps on giving. And, you know, kind of Hunter's attitude towards women, you know, there's something wrong with his attitude towards women. I think sometimes, you know, there's quite a distrust, and I think, you know, his attitude towards women, unfortunately, is something around his mum. So, yes, he will get caught out, absolutely. That's a physical, yes, it could be within the year or within a year, you know, like from now to next year, or it could be actually before 2024, okay? So, it's all coming out. And then, of course, you know, of course he's got dementia. He won't be able to stand trial. See how it's all leading up and building up? I mean, he's certainly, you know, got something, but things can be exaggerated as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, at least, you know, there is more on this story to come out, absolutely. It's not looking good for Biden. It's, you know, well done to Hunter maybe, but, you know, this... He's so like having to go along with it. He doesn't like his father at all, okay? He thinks his father was a bully. So that's surprising to me. What isn't surprising is the way that Hunter has constantly struggled for stability and mentally, okay? So that's what you get with bad, you know, people who are acting out and sort of like self-torturing themselves and punishment, you know, self-harming and all like that. It's because there's more to it. You know, he didn't grow up like Harry, an entitled, spoilt brat. Okay, this guy has had mental problems of his own, thanks to his father as well. And like I say, there isn't just two, there is four. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.
Thank you.